Hey guys, it's Strack, and occasionally I like to showcase the work of up-and-coming modders, particularly when they are such wonderful friends as this. This is Vlad. He is an Ohio Nerfer. He has his own YouTube channel, which I will be linking below, and this is the primary he's been working on for quite some time. He plays in a Sambo-style event that's like an indoor SENC, so this would be good for that. And he also is an up-and-coming Humans vs. Zombies player. So, first off, we'll talk about the cosmetics. Vlad uses an airbrush, which is slightly different than what I do and lends to these very nice results. So depending upon how the light hits this, you can see that this is a pinkish metallic with silver accenting all the way around, and because of the different batchworks, you get lots of different play in different sections, which is kinda cool. And now the front end integration here is Bondo. He's told me that this is sort of an homage to the Spartan shot and that he's upgraded it to a Strongarm from a Maverick. Can't fault him there, not much room for the Maverick nowadays. Now you'll notice that there's a huge flywheel setup in the front as well as a pusher motor, which means that you are not going to be ratcheting through this. Longshot has been completely gutted. There's wiring going through this entire system now. The pusher motor has been aligned and carved out so that it fits and lines up with clips well. These are of course 180 blade motors. They are the same motors that go into my Nosferatu that he has placed in here. He does look to cover the motors with something eventually. I think that he'll probably end up doing more custom Bondo work, possibly with 3D printed parts. That would just be a suggestion. Obviously we've cut down the priming mechanism here for the Strongarm, which has been set into permanent slam fire mode?
No, it's got the trigger.
Okay, and has the trigger mechanism up front. This is owl duct tape on his clips. I really love that it's called the Cherry Crush and it's got this World War II era bombshell chick on it. I think that that gives it a very guru-esque feel and looks super duper cool. Very spicy blaster. Now down here you can see he's located one of the rev up switches so that we're getting plenty of tap through there, and then this is going to be hooked up and you can almost see the wiring coming through, but this trigger actuates a switch which controls the pusher mechanism. So you've got your undermounted master key here, which fires. See, like my natural grip wants to rest there, and so I keep revving up the blaster. We're gonna try and hold it like this. I think this is currently set into permanent slam fire mode. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's very, very cool. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fire the main rapid strike, which is of course the primary function of this blaster, and I think that it's going to be getting some serious performance. He's located his battery pack back here. He does eventually intend to switch this over to a LiPo style of setup, but right now it's just a 4-block of AA batteries in this housing, and I have no idea what kind of chemistry he's running in there. I don't think it's relevant, as we'll see the performance very soon. So the 18 stick seems to be full. I'll rev it. And just an absolutely high rate of fire spread of darts. Definitely enough to take out at least 4 targets. Very, very cool. I really like seeing other people's work progress like this. So like a year ago, Vlad was doing nothing quite like this. In fact, I'll cut now and show you a 1.0 version of this, which shows you just how far he's come with not only his Bondo work, but also the mechanics. So this is the 1.0 of the Cherry Crush, which hasn't had all of the detail work into it. Shows that the integration changed for whatever reason from a Speed Swarm to a Strongarm, and then in the 3.0 it might even be going back to a Speed Swarm, I've been told. But it shows an interesting exercise in not only diligence, but also how much of a work in progress hobby this is. So coming in here, you can see the progression of Vlad's integrations and Bondo work has certainly gotten a little bit cleaner. Set that on top there. You can see that he originally tried to set this back into the shell to keep this top end cleaner, which might have been a mistake because he ended up having to extend the pusher like this, and now there's a lot of toggle. It does have a 2-stage trigger, which he decided he didn't like, hence switching to the rev switch, but I think that that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure. I think that this actuates the Speed Swarm, which is off kilter just a little bit, and then this up here, of course, is a voltmeter, which I think would be an interesting addition. He has mentioned that the Cherry Crush 2.0 is about 90%. There's a switch down here that he intends to hook up LED work up here, similar to how the Night Fury works, and he might consider adding a voltmeter back in. So you can see that we're registering 12 volts with which is about what he wants here. And I'm not firing darts in this configuration because it's a little bit erratic. I just want to show you that the 2-stage trigger here has a weird delay between the rev and this. And then in addition to that, we've got some very erratic hit points here where it would be tricky to necessarily engage darts effectively. So hopefully my camera catches that it's going this way one time, this way one time, this way, this way, this way, which means that you'll have off shots and possibly lead to jams, whereas the 2.0 is firing consistently from its original plate and each shot is going through the blaster. So I just think that that's neat. I like watching the progression from 1.0 to 2.0, just like I've made 4 different Death Dealer videos at this point. I think that that's really cool. So this is the Cherry Crush 2.0. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take a moment of your time to check out Vlad's channel. He's an up-and-coming nerfer and could definitely use a little bit of support. And I think that this is a solid primary. I hope it serves him for a little while to come. My Spartan shot lasted me about 1.5 years before somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Thanks for watching.